Hey ladies, it's Ariane, and I just realized that my husband's gone, and he took the kids with him. They're running to the store really quick. That's the laundry. And I was like, oh, I could do my video right now. So hopefully he won't be gone very long. I'll try to make this short. We've got a lot of, we're going today's the 4th of July. Happy 4th of July, everybody. Or for, I guess, Americans out there. This is our national holiday. So we're going on a hike with all the family, and then on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday we're going camping, and so I'm going to be packing, and I don't know. So I figured today I'd go ahead and get this done because I had my midwife appointment yesterday that I'll update you on. I'll start with symptoms. I haven't had any nausea this last week, no moments of feeling sick or anything like that. I haven't had any carpal tunnel either, and in fact I've forgotten and gone to sleep without my brace, and I wake up feeling comfortable, and so I've actually been forgetting and haven't regretted it. So let's see what else. I still have a stuffed up nose, and I think that's going to be normal. I actually have, starting last night, started getting a sinus infection, so my throat hurts, and I'm all really congested and kind of that burning in my sinuses, so that's why I sound like this. But I have been very tired, like more tired actually than I was. I think progressively I've been getting more tired, to the point where I really just don't want to do anything all day, and I really just have to push myself to get up and do things. Just I don't have a lot of energy. But I haven't been having headaches, or I haven't had any like heartburn or anything like that. I have started having bloating again, which I had mentioned in my last updated belly shot. Which is not fun. I do take, I forgot to mention this, but I do take fiber pills, like fiber capsules, just to kind of keep me regular, because I can tell that my digestion has slowed down. I can tell that I'm not as regular and that things aren't moving in there quite like they should. So I take fiber quite regularly, but I do often just feel really heavy in my gut, like just heavy, like I can tell my bowels are not moving like they should. I know that's TMI, but it's kind of a pain. It's kind of a yucky feeling. I don't know. I think that the fiber does help, but I don't know how much it helps. So I had my appointment yesterday with the midwife, and if you check Facebook, I talked a little bit about it, not a lot, but I was really excited for the appointment because I haven't gone in yet. It's 10 weeks. I'm going to the same midwife that I used to go to with my last daughter, but they have a new building, and so it's a really nice building, but I was the very first patient. They had just moved in like the night before and gotten everything finalized, and so I was the very first one, and I was really excited. I was really excited to go in and hear the baby's heartbeat and just kind of have my first appointment. And it wasn't, I don't know, I think I just had my expectations too high. It wasn't as good of an appointment as I had hoped it would be. First off, since it was a new building, they hadn't opened it yet, and so it was freezing cold, and I hadn't brought a jacket, and so I was freezing cold the whole time. Like I was like blue and shaking. And so when she finally, they did the blood work and did the urine sample, and she actually did measure my fundal height, which I didn't think she would. I didn't realize she would. I mean, I've heard that they don't do that, and I didn't remember from my last child. Anyway, she did measure, and she said I measured at a 10, which is perfect because I'm 10 weeks, so my fundal height is correct. Talked to her about my weight gain and about how I had been on HCG, and so she said that's normal, she wouldn't worry about it. She went ahead and corrected my weight as to where I was when I started HCG. So, yeah, so like right now, according to my scale, I'm weighing between 143 and 144. So, which is, I think I was like at 141 when I started my HCG diet. And so I figure that's a couple pounds to the boobs and a couple pounds to the belly, and, you know, probably a little bit of extra added weight. But let's see, I went, okay, so she did the fundal height, and then she had me lay down, and she went to find the heartbeat. And it was really disappointing because she couldn't find the heartbeat. And obviously that's like what you're going for, and so it's really disheartening when you leave and you didn't get to hear it. And like, this is what I had mentioned on Facebook. I tried really hard not to be too upset, but I was laying on the table just like freezing cold. I was like shaking, freezing cold. Like, I was trying not to show how cold I was because I was so cold, like I was shaking. And I'm like just laying there praying, find the baby's heartbeat, find the baby's heartbeat. And I was just praying and praying and praying, and she couldn't find it. She couldn't, last time with my last child when I was 10 weeks and I went in, she couldn't find the baby's heartbeat either. I'm sorry, if you can hear that, that's my really obnoxious parrot. I have a bird, and she's down there just squawking, and sometimes I just want to scream at her. Anyway, so she couldn't find it. I reminded her that with my last baby, she couldn't find it either at 10 weeks, so she had to wait till 11 or 12 weeks or something, whatever the next time I went in was. I think I went in a week later, and she found it at 11 weeks. And so she was like, well, you know, you might have a tipped uterus. And I said, yeah, I kind of thought that. And so she gave me some water, and she was like, drink it. Maybe we'll fill up your bladder, and then we'll be able to hear it. But then we just talked for like another maybe 5 minutes. It wasn't much longer, maybe 10 minutes at the most. And then she was like, well, let's go ahead and check it before you go. So she checked it again, and of course, she couldn't find it again. So it was really disappointing. I just left feeling like I didn't get the confirmation that I wanted. I was uncomfortable the whole time because I was freezing cold. I had to fill out paperwork, which of course is not fun. So it just wasn't the exciting experience that I had wanted, and I came home and was just like, I don't know, it just kind of felt like a yucky day. Like, I didn't want to make a big deal out of it because I know 10 weeks is still kind of early to find the baby's heartbeat. And I don't think she checked. She was checking really low. Like, she was like at the very top, just barely at the very top of my pelvic bone. Just at the top of my pelvic bone she checked, and she kind of went back and forth, and then she went like almost into my pelvic bone to check like in my pelvic cavity. So she was like low, and I felt like I'm a little higher than that. And when I got home and I thought about it, and then I kind of did some research online, a lot of women said that the babies are actually higher up, and I was like, she didn't check at the top. I didn't feel like, at least, that she checked at the top of my uterus. I felt like she was really focusing down low, so that kind of made me wonder. I really wish I had a Doppler. I really wish I had a Doppler that I could just check at home. But anyway, that was my appointment. I'm going in again in 2 weeks. 2 weeks, yeah, I'm going to go in again at 12 weeks. My husband's home. That was perfect timing. I'm going to go upstairs, I'm going to do a belly shot, and then we're good, because that's pretty much all I had to say. Like I said, I'm going in again in 2 weeks, so on, I think it was July 17th, I'm going in again. So I'm probably going to announce it this week too. That was kind of my plan. So anyway, I'll see you upstairs in a second. Hey ladies, okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do a belly shot, and I'm in my bathroom, so I hope that this is a little more. That's probably good. I got some new pants yesterday. Well, not new, they're used, but I got them from like Value Village. So hopefully this is good lighting. This is 10 weeks. I didn't measure myself. I guess I could really quick. Hold on a second. Right there. This is about 35. 35 right there. So good. So really quick, I wanted to say that I have a really awesome giveaway that I'm gonna do. I didn't get stretch marks, and so I'm gonna do a giveaway for what I did and how I avoided stretch marks. And it's not something that you can completely buy at the store, because I kind of did my own tweaking to my lotion. So I'm going to make it and in the next video, and I'm going to do a giveaway. So if you haven't subscribed already, just a heads up, please subscribe because that's going to be a requirement. So thank you ladies, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.